Welcome to Beats, Rhymes, and Parlays, where the stats hit different and every parlay got a beat behind it. It's your boy, Mr. CEO, and Jay. We ready. We ready.
We ready.
We
We
ready.
ready.
Yeah, what up, though, Jay? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Feeling great. It was a good college football
Hold on,
weekend.
man. Hold on, bro. I got a call real quick, man.
Go
Hey,
ahead. Go ahead.
hey, what up, though, man? What up? This Dabo? Oh yeah, Dabo. What up, Dabo, man? Hold on, though. Lower your tone, bro. Lower your tone, bro. I ain't 1-3. You are, bro. I was really just calling you to just let you know, man. I figured you out, bro. I figured you out. Ever since Brent Venables left, you ain't been shit, man. I looked at the stats yesterday. He was there from 2012 to 2021. Ever since he left, you ain't been shit. What? Oh, so you want to yell at me on my phone? Man, go take your 1-3 ass to St. Mary's or something, man. Bye. Man, that dude, man. What's going on, dog? Look at that, man. We got the we just gonna forget Dabo. We gonna forget Dabo, y'all. Dabo kind of pissed right now. I kind of left him a voicemail. He didn't know what he was calling back about. Dude called back. He 1-3, so y'all know he got to be upset, man. So we're gonna let him simmer a little bit and let him go. We got a great week. We had a great week 4. We had a great week 4, y'all. We cashed 2 parlays plus 222 and plus 500. I hit my underdog 3 weeks in a row. Arizona State took down Baylor like I knew it. We also hit our best bet, Michigan money line. It actually was closer than what it should have been, bro. What you think, man? Like that Hail Mary and all that bull, Michigan should have kind of smashed Nebraska, bro.
The Hail Mary, bro, and even that last touchdown to kind of like try to cover the back end, even though it really didn't. It was just kind of empty calories. If you were a fan of Dylan Raiola, aka the bootleg Patrick Mahomes, I actually had people on my TikTok after I called out trying to tell me like, oh, what Bryce Young looked like, or excuse me, not Bryce Young, Bryce Underwood looked like Anthony Richardson 2.0. I'm like, bro, he won and he a freshman. He played the script. It was like, oh, well, Raiola looked like a top 10 pick. I'm like, in what country? Like this shit is no, those were empty calories. He celebrated the touchdown they scored with 1:50 left. Did the Pat Mahomes dance and everything in the game was out of reach. He was down 10.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm not gonna get too far off on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Nebraska sucks. It's just a realization. Like, if you're a certain age, you remember Nebraska being a certain level.
Mm-hmm.
They're never getting back there.
No.
I don't give a damn who they put out.
No.
The talent is not out there like that. They're not getting the prospects like that. It's over. Yeah. So if they go 8-4, that's a successful season for them. Yeah, and that's what because Michigan beat them off of pure talent.
Yeah, it should have been 30-13. It should have been 30-13. So,
bro, imagine if they would have threw the ball more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even when they threw the ball, like Nebraska was getting calls. My man's pinky was on the white line. Like, it was a lot of stuff where like Nebraska lucky it looked that good.
Yeah. And real quick, whoever you was talking to that called him the Anthony Richardson 2.0, man, don't talk to that person no more. Just shut that person off. Block their number.
No. It was like, comments. You know, you read comments and you like
Anthony Richardson? Anthony Richardson is even half as good as Underwood is right now. When he even came out. Like, man, let's go on to the next little slide real quick, y'all. We 3-3, we 500. It's still early though. We're gonna take off. But guess what, y'all? How many shows y'all know cashed 5 parlays in the first 4 weeks? 5 in the first 4 weeks. We would have been at 8. We missed by 1 and a couple more. And guess what? I didn't even tell y'all. Make sure y'all check us out. Beats, Rhymes, and Parlays on Instagram and TikTok because we hit a plus 3,000. Matter of fact, it was plus 3,100 we hit last weekend. Yep. We hit a plus 3,100 college football parlay. If y'all follow us like we said, y'all would have got that dough. Make sure y'all follow Jay on Jay. What it is on TikTok? I'm TikTok, bro.
At Jay Bay's World on TikTok. Hey, and make sure you follow on Beats, Rhymes, and Parlays because we them get money boys, homie. Like, just being real with you, we them get money boys. Like, if you listen, we can guide you there. We can take you to the creek, but we can't make the horse drink.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
Listen.
Like that. Get money boys. I like that. Let's jump on to the first game. We got Florida State minus 6.5 at Virginia. The over under is 59.5. What you like on this one?
Man, I like Florida State, but I'm a little cautious because Virginia's been putting up points, man. I don't know how good Virginia is. They've been putting up points. They've been kind of curb stomping people.
Mm-hmm.
But Florida State look real deal. I think Florida State is a top 20 team. Not
Mm-hmm.
sure they deserve that top 10 ranking, but I think they're a top 20 team. I just don't know if they can pull away from Virginia like that. But if I have to pick, I'm taking Florida State with the points, man, because I'm not sold on Virginia. Virginia's been beating up on nobody. So I'm going to go Florida State.
And like y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna have my notes. I think I'm gonna call it CEO notes, but y'all gonna see me look over at my phone. I'm gonna make sure I give y'all some betting notes and nuggets to kind of put you inside our heads on how we handicap these games, to show you how we come up with these parlays and these winning streaks and stuff like that. It's a different way you gotta bet. But he's right. Virginia ain't beat nobody. Virginia beat Stanford, William and Mary, Coastal Carolina, and they lost to NC State. So that's one thing I do like about Florida State. They have beat a good team, which is Bama. And they beat Bama pretty bad. And then Bama, you see, they smoked everybody else. So it's actually aging well that they beat a good team. I do like that. One thing I don't like about Virginia is Virginia got a bad defense and bad tackling. You're not going to stop Florida State with bad tackling. Their receivers too fast, and Castellanos is a beast out there. Long as he's healthy, that's going to really hurt him. They actually, what was it? When they played NC State, that's what it was. They played NC State. It was a back and forth game. Did you know Chandler Morris is Virginia's quarterback?
No.
And he the dude who got benched at TCU, he had to go somewhere else. So he their quarterback. I don't really mess with Chandler Morris. And the first time he played somebody, he played NC State. You know why they lost? He threw a game-winning interception in the end zone. The old school Chandler Morris. So I think Florida State covers this by 7. I actually think Florida State might be 10 points better. Because one thing, if you look at it, Florida State has played real good defense. If you take away that fumble, against what was it, Bama? Bama only scored 10 points?
Yeah.
And they only gave up 13 total points just about in the other 2 games. So give me that defense, give me that mobile quarterback. We're gonna take this to the road on this one. We going next. This is one I know Jay like. TCU at Arizona State -2.5, over under 54.5. What you got?
Man, give me TCU with the points. I honestly, deep down inside, I really think TCU is going to win this game. Okay. I am not sold on Arizona State. I don't like the new Arizona State. Last year, they were a run-heavy team. Now they're focused on getting the quarterback to the NFL. So they're doing a lot of other stuff. I feel like they beat Baylor, no defense. They lost to Mississippi State, which I'm not sure Mississippi State is that. Yeah. So again, they're at home. This is a big time game. TCU has gone on the road to stomp somebody out. So me personally, man, I'm taking TCU. I'm gonna take them with the points, playing it safe, but honestly, in my heart, I think TCU money line is the play here. I think they beat them Friday.
Okay.
Straight up.
I like TCU also. TCU got a playmaking secondary. They showed it against North Carolina, causing fumbles, interceptions. They showed it 2 games after that, had 2 interceptions. So I do like that. Arizona State got a decent defense, but they don't really get a lot of turnovers. I love TCU quarterback. I think he's really a great quarterback. And I don't think they really cause him to make any mistakes. So if you give me one team I think that's going to cause some mistakes, one team that really won't cause mistakes, and you're giving me points, I think this spread is about right. I would have best betted if TCU was +3.5. Remember, y'all got to get them good numbers. So anytime we always talk about it, and me and Jay always talk about it off the show, you get 2 teams you think even, you got to take points. So if y'all can get a 3.5, I would definitely take that TCU. Also, what I do like about TCU, their offense has looked good all year. Arizona State, not necessarily. They struggled against Mississippi State moving the ball, and they also struggled against Baylor weak-ass defense. Baylor looked like they had a defense last week. Even though I was on Arizona State with the upset, I was kind of upset that they couldn't move the ball against Baylor. So I'm with you. I like TCU, 3.5. Y'all take that to the bank. All right, we're going to this next game. We got USC -6.5 at Illinois, over under 60.5. What up, dog?
Man, I really can't pick this game, man. Illinois really let me down last week, bro. And USC, I watched them against Michigan. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, Michigan State.
Yep.
They only won by, I believe it was 14. It was 35-49, correct? Maybe somewhere around there.
Yeah, somewhere around maybe
They
14.
didn't cover. I'm not a fan of a team that don't play no defense. Michigan State shouldn't be scoring 35 points against nobody. But Illinois got beat to sleep, bro. It was 63-10. I'm not a fan of that either. So on this game, I feel like these are two very average teams that are very overhyped. I'm not taking either one. I'm not picking this game. It's all you, CEO.
On this one, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Illinois is gonna be my underdog bet of the week to cover and get the victory. But I did get some news today. They got an injury. Their top slot cornerback is out for just about the season, and they got a couple other, defensive backs on the injury report who might or may not play. Anytime you bring injuries into it, I kind of back off. But to give y'all some notes, we're gonna go to CEO notes. Actually, to start the fourth, USC was only up 31-24 to Michigan State, and we all know Michigan State not that. Michigan State not the first tier. They're not the second tier. Not even the third tier. Michigan State is the fourth tier in the Big Ten, and you're only up by 7 when the fourth quarter starts. USC defense is average. They actually look soft out there. So you're trying to tell me they got to travel all the way to Illinois across country, play 9 in the morning against Illinois. I know they look bad. I think that was more of Indiana just being good, and we'll argue about that later. But I just think Indiana is a tier above Illinois. We thought Illinois was there, but once we saw them play, I dropped Illinois down a tier in the Big Ten, and I got Indiana like knocking on the door of the top tier. I ain't putting them there yet, but I just think it was a big mismatch. So I think Illinois is better than what they showed. Also, too, what was it? And so USC really kind of tough to gauge, and so with all that, I'm gonna stay off of it too. I'm definitely gonna stay off that. I really think it's crazy because I thought USC was a lot better. I was just hoping like, yeah, USC back. But yeah, I don't think USC back. So I'm gonna stay away from this game. But I kind of want to give y'all some news and notes. And also too, one thing I forgot to mention. Remember last week we mentioned Purdue? Now that didn't age well. They had 35 points. One was a defensive touchdown. And remember I told you they ran back. Take that away. No, they had 33 points. Take that away, they only got 26 points. Remember I said Purdue had a couple interceptions in the red zone. If Purdue would have won 27-26, this spread would be totally different. Also, they only scored 26 points against Purdue. How many Notre Dame scored? 56.
Yeah.
So, yeah, USC not that. So we're going to stay off this game, but want to give y'all some news and notes so y'all can definitely have something y'all can take to the bank if y'all decide to bet it. We're going to jump on to Notre Dame, -4.5 at Arkansas, over under 63.5. What you got?
Man, I really don't like this game at all. I don't like this game because I'm gonna be honest with you. Arkansas lost to Memphis. They are just, and Notre Dame. It looks like they can't stop a nosebleed, bro.
Not
So
at
I'm
all.
like, what did? There's nothing I can count on for Notre Dame. Even the running back. We talked about him all year. He don't even look like the best. I remember in the offseason, I was like, hey, he the best running back. Whoa. He don't even look like that.
Love.
They throwing the ball downfield. They opening up the playbook, and they still can't get teams off of them. Bro, I want no parts of this. This might end Notre Dame's playoff chances. I am no pick. This is a 50-50 game, bro. If I was anybody, I'm taking the points. This is crazy.
Yes.
And it's at noon? Oh.
Yes. And it's at home in Arkansas. This another one that I thought about doing the upset of the week for as far as the underdog money line to win. But the reason I didn't do it is Arkansas lost 2 back-to-back games by fumbles. They could have beat Ole Miss, but they fumbled the ball in the red zone. They could have beat Memphis, but they fumbled the ball in the red zone. I don't know where they mind at. They human. You know what I'm saying? You come out, you think you're about to just be 4-0. You should be 4-0. Now you got these 2 heartbreaking losses. You know the NIL, we talked about this off air. The NIL is different. So now are they going to go home like, man, I don't like Arkansas. I'm about to leave. Like, what the hell? You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where their mind going to be at. But if you take that out, Arkansas is very similar to Texas A&M. The quarterback, very similar. He can run, he can pass, and he can throw that boy deep. Arkansas got explosive receivers. They're actually one of the most explosive teams in the country. I think they actually might be number 1 in the country as far as explosive offense or something like that, explosive receivers, and they got an explosive running back. So, yeah, you write a 50-50 game. It's going to be a lot of scoring. If anything, I'll lean to the over. This is going to be one of them games that we talked about when it was like, Baylor and SMU, where the last person with the ball going to win. Yeah. So if y'all want a better side, definitely take the points. It's hard to take 4.5 though, because if the last person scores win, it can be a 7-point loss. So if y'all want to add this to maybe an art play, I would take 7. But this is going to be a game where the last person with the ball, I think, wins. And like you said, they might end a playoff. It might end a playoff hopes.
I don't think, and I'm not going to get too much into it. I'm not sure how good Notre Dame is, and I think that's what's spooking me on this. Yeah, I don't think Arkansas is great, but Notre Dame is playing down to their competition. Like even Purdue, like that's weird. They should not have given up all of those points to Purdue. So I'm at a loss for words with them.
Another note per PFF, the defense on Notre Dame is ranked in the hundreds in all defensive metrics. They're like 118, 150. You ain't never heard of Notre Dame like that. They down there with Army. You see what I'm saying? So
Marcus Freeman hairline about to start going back, bro. This is wild. No defense. That's what they hang their heads on. So Notre Dame.
Since we've been kids, man. Since we've been kids, Notre Dame defense.
I can't rock with this.
Me neither. So, like I said, if y'all want to do anything, play the over. I wouldn't be surprised if it's another 41-40 game or something like that. So, take that as what you will. It reminds me similar, like I said, against Notre Dame A&M. All right, y'all. We're just gonna jump on to this next game. We got Louisville. I got it right that time. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right this whole segment. I got it right the first time though. We got Louisville -4.5 at Pittsburgh, over under 57.5. What you got on this one?
I'm taking Louisville, man. Real simple. I like Miller Moss. I liked him at USC. I thought he got a raw deal. He's out here balling. He's throwing the ball, kind of like Carson Beck. In my personal opinion, he's out here. He's lighting up the competition. Kind of reminds me of what's my man's name? McCord when he went to Syracuse.
Yeah, Kyle McCord. Yeah,
Kyle McCord. Carson Beck, like second chance. He's taking the best. He's making the best of his opportunity. I don't think Pittsburgh is serious at all, and I honestly think Louisville is going to beat them by more than this. So I'm taking Louisville. That spread could go up to 7. I'm still taking Louisville.
So honestly, the spread started up there near 7 and 8, and it went down to 4.5. So it's heavy money on Pittsburgh. So you know what? Just like a real handicapper is supposed to do, you got to go check to see why the spread moving 4 or 5 points. I went to go look. I found out Louisville first running back and second string running back both might not play. They didn't play last game. They still got the victory over Bowling Green. The third string running back did pretty good, but I love Louisville in this situation. I didn't bet it though, only because when you got the third string running back in, anything can happen. What if he get hurt and they did down to the fourth string running back? If you don't have a running game, anything can happen in college football. But power ratings, I do love Louisville. Gun to head, I would definitely bet the 4.5. I'm just gonna back off because of injuries. That's something I kind of just learned to do. One way to handicap this game, y'all, is just think about this. West Virginia beat Pittsburgh. West Virginia also lost by like 30 points to Kansas. So if you think about that, Louisville is power rated more like Kansas than they power rated to West Virginia. So if you just do the math, Louisville gonna cover just in that aspect. They played another Kansas, which, you know what I'm saying, beat West Virginia as who Pittsburgh lost to. So sometimes y'all can do that circle of math and it'll help y'all handicap. And I like that. So make sure y'all take that to the bank. Some more CEO notes, man. We're going to give y'all in the show. All right, this is a game. We're going to argue about this game, bro. We're going to argue about this game because before this show, I saw your pick. I'm going to regret it. I think I'm going to regret my pick, and I'm going to be mad after the game. But let's go. Look, LSU at Ole Miss, -1.5, over under 56.5. What you got, bro?
The best quarterback in the country is at LSU. The best defense in the SEC, from what I test, not on paper, is at LSU. Everybody don't like Brian Kelly in big spots. Okay, cool. You like Lane Kiffin? You rather take Lane Kiffin in the big spot? Because I'm not. I damn sure ain't. And they out there having arguments about who's supposed to be starting that quarterback. They already talking about Ole Miss. The backup should be out. Bro, this is a setup for failure. I got LSU money line. I don't need the points.
Okay.
I actually think LSU is going to beat them something. And I don't think it's going to be bad for real. But I can see them beating them something like 17-10, bro.
Okay.
Like literally holding them dudes in place. I can see Lane Kiffin panicking, going to the second string quarterback in the second half, and then not working out. He might get him a quick touchdown, get it like it might be, we'll say 14-3. He'll score a quick touchdown, make it 14-10. LSU kick a field goal and just hold them dudes sideways until then. Just hold them dudes off. I got LSU, bro.
So to start off my rant, Austin Simmons, his first name Austin, ain't it?
Yeah.
He sucked. Second thing, he not the starting quarterback no more. The backup quarterback, his name, the starter, and I love it. The dude, remember this name, Trinidad Shambliss. I don't know where he got that name from. Remember this name. He actually came from D2. He won a D2 championship at Ferris State last year, which I was surprised he looked so good. Now I know you're gonna laugh at that, but I was surprised as good as he looked against better competition so far. The dude can scramble. So the problem with Austin Simmons is he look at his first read. If his first read not there, he either running and that he gets a lot of sacks because of that. But watching Trinidad on film, the dude go through first read, second read, third read. If it's not there, then he take off. He's very mobile. Also, you say LSU got the best defense. No, they don't. LSU has beaten Clemson. Clemson, look what their offense do. Clemson couldn't score against, who was that? Syracuse. Who else they beat? LA Tech. That ain't nobody. Who else they beat? Florida. Florida scored 10 points against them and 7 against Miami. So LSU honestly hasn't even played anybody. The next day, who ain't played Southeast Louisiana? So I'm not gonna say they got the number one defense because they haven't played a good offense yet. Every offense they played is below average. So we're gonna take that one. Who?
They held Florida to 10 points.
Man, okay. Florida barely scored against what was that? Was that South Alabama? Who was that? Let me look this up real quick. Who Florida struggled to score against? And I don't think they got a good defense either because Miami actually scored 50 points against them. Florida Gators. I don't know why sometimes.
How did Florida do against Miami? They was in that game the whole game.
Florida lost 26-7. They only scored 7
points.
points.
No, they pulled away at the very end, bro.
But all I'm saying is you say LSU got a good defense. Florida only scored 7 points. Not a good offense. Florida scored 16 points versus no, why did Jack keep on?
And you disrespected Clemson, right?
No, man. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah. We already know what Clemson is.
Let me
South Florida. My bad. South Florida. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that. Y'all not South Alabama, but Florida only scored 16 points versus South Florida. I messed up again.
You disrespected Clemson. Clemson is terrible. We can agree, but the number. What is Georgia Tech? The number 15 team in the country. They took them to damn near overtime, bro. The only team that really put Clemson in their place was Syracuse, and I'm not making no excuses.
Switching the subject though, bro. I'm not saying how good the team is. I'm saying offensively. I'm saying they haven't played a good offense because every team they played so far has looked piss poor at that game. So give me a good. So I'm not saying. Listen, hold on. We almost there. That's what I'm saying. We almost there. I told you we was gonna argue about this one, but all I'm saying is let them play a legit offense first, and then we'll see if they're one of the best defenses.
Okay.
One thing about Ole Miss actually can get pressure with 4. They got one of the top pressure rates without blitzing. So they can play LSU and just sit back with 7 and bring 4. I like that. So you know what? Put your money where your mouth is. Let Champ change.
LSU can bring pressure with 4.
Money line. Ole Miss money line.
And your team made a panic move.
What?
They undefeated and they gonna bench the starter? That's
the starter suck. Sometimes you figure out the starter suck once the game starts.
Panic move. They made all that noise about him in the offseason. Soon as he starts stumbling, we going away from him. Bro,
I mean, they was wrong.
Huh?
They was wrong. If Texas had a better quarterback behind Arch Manning, they would have benched him by now too. Sometimes you're just wrong.
You believe that?
Yeah. Sometimes you're just wrong.
They would never bench Arch Manning.
They would
never bench Arch Manning.
You know why the last 2 years he was back up? They paid the quarterback last year to come back and not go to the NFL so he can start over Arch Manning. So that's a whole nother subject.
They tried to bench him then.
That's the whole nother subject. All I'm saying is sometimes the backup is better, a la Texas Tech. Sometimes the backup is better on film than the first. So y'all, we're gonna champ chain this. So y'all know I got Ole Miss.
LSU. It's Brian Kelly's time. He got to make the playoffs. Nobody expects Lane Kiffin to make it to the playoffs.
I don't either. That's what's scaring me right now. The only thing
300 on this game now. Got me hyped, bro. LSU. I'm not even an LSU fan like that, but I'll be damned if he loses. If he loses Lane Kiffin, that seat gonna warm up, bro. How the heck you gonna beat Sweeney and lose to Lane Kiffin?
You right.
He going down to Ole Miss, and I think he taking the victory. Because people always get it. And that's the thing about Ole Miss. This is why I can't trust them. And some of this is hate because I can't trust them. They always lose a weird game at home. They always do. This is weird to me. Benching the starter for your backup. Now, you guys got all the scouts. You got all the practice. Woo. You couldn't see this before? What, was he a great practice player? Like, what are we talking
about? Maybe he a gamer. But look, though, just for the show notes, y'all, for the champ chain bet, he got LSU money line, and I got Ole Miss money line. So I want to know. He said that he said the same thing about Colorado.
I did.
Oh, yeah, Warren Sapp ain't let them. What? I'm like, Warren Sapp, talk to me when he start playing. But that's a whole nother subject. We're going to move on. Look, I told you we was going to argue on that one. That's why I waited so long to put it up. I'm like, I know you long enough to know this is about to be an argument. The next one might be an argument, too. We got Indiana minus 7.5 at Iowa, over under 48.5. What you got?
I got Iowa, and I hate Iowa. I don't like Iowa. I think they're terrible, but they're not winning this game. Don't get it twisted. They're not winning this game with that bootleg quarterback. I don't like how they switching out running backs. They got one running back that's the best running back. They struggle with Rutgers, but one thing I do know about Iowa, and this is not just growing up, this is just watching football all my life. People don't tend to come in Iowa and blow them out. People come in and get a win. Every now and then they do blow them out. Blow them out. But most of the time, when you come to Iowa, it is a tough game, hard fought, hard-nosed football. And even if you pull away, they cover the back door. Indiana beat the living shit out of Illinois. They beat them so bad, I don't even know if Illinois is going to recover. That's how bad they whooped their ass, bro. Like, I remember, man, I set aside my whole Saturday night for that game just to watch. Like, ooh, this is going to be a heavyweight fight. Man, it was nothing like that. And I don't believe Indiana, I think they're better than Illinois, and I think Illinois was a little bit overhyped by myself too. I think they were at home, no excuses. They ran off on them. I am going to be shocked if they go to Iowa and let's say beat them 48-10. If they do that, I'm on notice. But until then, I expect them to win this game. But I expect it to be more like a third. I was probably going to put up what? 21? So I expect Indiana to put up 24. So I'm going to take the point.
Okay. So I'm on the opposite side. I like Indiana. I think they're different this year. I do like the fact that they brought like all their defense back. Their defense has been elite. I think they probably gave up 3 touchdowns so far this year. And of course, 2 of them was the Old Dominion. And I think I mentioned it last week. It was against a running quarterback. Dude, Old Dominion fast. It was actually 2 busted plays where the quarterback just ran up the middle and ran for touchdowns. But other than that, I think they're another defense. Only gave up like 13 and 16 total points. So I love their defense against Iowa. I love that. I'm not going to just tell you all about Indiana. I'm going to talk both sides. Iowa do have the number 1 offensive line in the country. So that do scare me a little bit. But I do know that Indiana has a great defensive line. If Indiana defensive line was bad, I would be more on the Iowa side. But I think their D-line is good enough to kind of hold their own and not let Iowa just dominate. That quarterback is mid. The quarterback at Iowa is better than what they had in the past, but he's still mid. He normally throws for about 120 yards, something like that. They're mainly just a run game. If you can actually stop their run game, you actually can beat Iowa. What I don't like about Iowa is their defense don't look the same. You know, we talk about defenses, and you think about Notre Dame, you think about defense. You think about Iowa, you think about defense. They're not as bad as Notre Dame, but they're nowhere near as close as they have been in the past. And that's where I differ. I don't know how they move the ball, really, with that offense. And I feel like Indiana can have some decent success against Iowa defense. I'm not a big Rutgers fan. I don't see a lot of talent on Rutgers receivers. I don't see a lot of talent with Rutgers running backs. But they should have lost to actually Rutgers. I didn't put it on the show. Actually, the side bet, I bet Iowa 2.5 and won. I was so lucky with that one. but Rutgers kept on driving the ball. I think Indiana gonna put those and make those touchdowns. So if you give Indiana 24, I honestly think they score 31 or 35. And in the world, Iowa, when do you ever see Iowa against any kind of good team that's not terrible put up those numbers? So yeah, I'm gonna take Indiana. It's 7.5. I don't know if you want to change it at 7, just make it even.
No, I ain't gonna make. I'm not gonna make it. You know what? I'm gonna say this to you, bro. Iowa played Iowa State real close, bro, and only lost by 3. At home, I'm confident. I'm confident enough in this. I'll champ chain this. I think. Give me 1 point. Give me 8.5, and I'll champ chain it.
Nah.
Give me 8.5, and I'll champ chain it.
I don't even like that hook, but I'll take that 7.5. Oh, we don't got a champ chain this one. We already got a champ chain bet, so we ain't got a champ chain this one. But y'all know who I'm on. Just remember, y'all, when y'all go to place y'all bets on film, Iowa does not have the same defense. Iowa, this reminds me of, and I almost got caught with it last year.
Rutgers is better too. You disrespecting Rutgers. They're a lot better than they usually are.
I don't have to see later. I just don't think. Yeah, we had to see a little bit later on that one. Also, Rutgers' defense is a lot worse than they normally are too. Iowa put up like 30. Ohio, I think they played Ohio, and they ran up and down the field on Rutgers. So I think that allowed Iowa to stay in the game. But I think Iowa. That's what I meant to say. So last year, remember, I was like, okay, Iowa, and then they go to Ohio State, and Iowa State just beat their ass. Yeah. And then you say that to me. You said every year people think Iowa, whatever, they like Iowa gonna cover, and every year Ohio State just going there and beat their ass. No matter if they're in Ohio or no matter if they're in Iowa.
No, that's one thing.
Gonna be similar to that.
That's one thing we do have to say. Like people tend, and this is you every year. Somebody runs into Iowa and catches a buzzsaw. When JT Barrett was out there at Ohio State, they went into Iowa and caught a buzzsaw, bro.
Yeah.
They got stopped. Like when they went down to Purdue one year. It's always one of these times at one of these weird places this happens. Now, with the NIL, it doesn't happen as much.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in Indiana like that. I love the coach at Indiana. Like, I like Indiana. I think they're a playoff team, possibly. But if they go into Iowa, and let's say stomp them out 48-10, then I'm like, shit, they might win the Big Ten. And that's how I see it. I don't love the quarterback. I don't love the wide receivers. The defense plays tough. They're fast. They're not that big. I don't like that because you need hogs. It's a lot of stuff that just got me real iffy with them cats, man. But
so that's why I'm like,
I get why you say what you say, and I think you get why I say what I say.
Yeah,
I'm on the side of history.
Yeah.
You're on the side of what's going on right now. So I get it.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm going. So I know you said you wanted 8.5. We ain't got a champ chain this one. We got a champ chain. We already got a champ chain, but y'all know what side we on, y'all. Like I said, just remember, in history, Iowa has always had a near elite defense. It's just something about this Iowa defense that's just different this year. Just watching them play, something about them that's different.
That's the only thing I'm gonna push back. I don't think this is one of their elite defenses, but I don't think they're as bad as what you're saying. Like, you're making it sound like they are like bottom barrel. I don't know, man. You got a lot of tier 3 teams. Somebody has to rise to the top of tier 3, and I got and I got Indiana at tier 2. Somebody has to fall to the bottom of tier 2. Will it be Indiana or will it be Michigan? That's how I see it.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. Let's jump on to this next one. We got Auburn at Texas A&M.
Take Auburn with the points.
Over under 52.5. Let's go.
I got Auburn. I saw the way they played at Oklahoma, man. I really thought they could win that game. I was impressed. Yeah. I love the fight they put up. Unfortunate bad break at the end, giving up that safety to cover the spread.
That was crazy.
That was nuts. So they've been in a big environment, big game. Texas A&M has been in 1-2. They won it by 1. I didn't see a lot that I loved about Texas A&M defense.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take Auburn to cover the spread because I think they game ready. I mean, they might not win this game, but I'll be surprised if they get put a couple scores out of it. So I'm gonna take Auburn to cover the points.
So on this one, I'm actually gonna just stay away. I just need more with these teams. I don't got, you know how them games you don't have a good feel. I just don't have a good feel. But if y'all want to hear the stats, Auburn actually is very good against the run, but they struggle against the pass. So that can hurt them a little bit because I do think that Texas A&M can air it out with Reed. Also, too, Texas A&M is good against the pass but struggles against the run. And Auburn actually is a real good running team. So that's one of them games. If I had to bet it, I would take the points because that screams even. You see what I'm saying? You got one team struggle against the run, the other team good against the run. You got one team struggle against the pass, the other team good with the pass. So that's even for me. So I'm with you. If I had to bet it, I would do 6.5 Auburn. I would love the 7. I might even bet it if it was at 7, but I would take points. Teams even. Y'all just remember when y'all betting strategies. Teams even. You gotta take points. But I'm gonna stay off this one. I ain't really have a good feel. This one, there's a lot of people on the underdog on this one, and you said it off show too. This next one is a lot of people. There's even people picking up upsets in this game, and you might even know what I'm talking about because it's your boys. Yeah. We got Ohio State -7.5 at Washington, over under 52.5. What you think?
I'm gonna keep it real with you because I've been seeing a lot of people say they expect an upset going out to the Pacific Northwest and everything else. But I'm just gonna say it like this, man. The people who are picking an upset, I think they buzzing, or their mother and their father must be cousins. Something is wrong.
Like, hit him with the flow, yo. Hit him with the flow, yo.
Ain't. This is Ohio State, bro. Like what the fuck are we talking? Washington? Now, they may not cover this spread. Okay, cool. It's Ohio State, bro. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, this is Ohio State. Mm-hmm. This is not Washington State. I watched that game. Washington State was in that game. They had to throw a pick 6 at the very end to open it up. Like, it was a lot of Washington State.
Real quick,
the MAC team.
Real quick, while you're talking about the Washington State game, we got some CEO notes coming for y'all. They was up.
Get busy.
Washington was only up 24-17 against Washington State. Washington State is terrible. Guess what it started? Yes. Hold on, though. The start of the fourth quarter, Washington was only up 31-24 at the start of the fourth quarter against weak-ass Washington State.
That's a MAC school.
Yes. And so y'all remember when I told y'all about them last weeks about how them scorers don't look like they really are? That game wasn't really a 59-24 game. It's like you said, he threw a pick. All of a sudden they open up, one team give up, and they go out. There's no way Ohio State even going to let Washington State score 24 points. So for one, that's not going to happen. And so I do like Washington. I told you, I think the preseason show. I do like Washington. The quarterback a beast. They got a real good running back.
He's not a beast. He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
He's not a beast.
I think he
can't take this game over.
I promise you. Hold on, though. I didn't say that because Ohio State got one of them defenses you can't really measure up to. So I'm not gonna say you can't compare people when you play Ohio State. Y'all defense is crazy. I still think he's a beast. I think they got offensive weapons. But if you give me one team with a leaky defense and you give me one team with a top 2 defense in the country, Washington, like you said, one or two, you got to give me that team because Ohio State can score. So if you're trying to tell me Washington State put up 24 points against you, Ohio State gonna score 31-38 because Sand is on fire. He's actually the most accurate quarterback in college right now per PFF.
Look, bro, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't give a damn if Ohio State fall down 21-0 it could be in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. There is nothing Washington can do once it starts to roll the other way. Yeah. They could actually get up 24-0. It's nothing you can do. They don't have the corners. They don't have the defense. They don't have the offensive line. I get it.
You called it out right too.
Cross country flight, bruh. Again, Ohio State may not cover this.
Yeah.
I'm taking them to cover. I am.
Okay.
Because I think I don't think Washington is that.
No, I don't either.
But I think you got tier 1 versus tier 3, and there's levels to this shit.
Bro. It is exactly what I was going to say. And what's crazy is What's crazy is, remember we had a conversation in the preseason, and I said I think Ohio State defense not going to be as good because I watched the spring game and Sand was lighting them up. I was wrong. Sand is just damn good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First I was like, oh, Ohio State, they get lit up. But no, it turns that Sand is just that damn good. That Ohio State defense to take a step back. It's just that Sand is just that damn good. So if he's that good, you got me Jeremiah Smith. And what is it, Tate over there?
Yeah, Carnell Tate.
Yeah, man. I like I said, they might not cover, but they're not getting a W.
Honestly, I believe wholeheartedly they will cover. And I'm going to explain one last thing.
Okay.
Ohio State is not quarterback you. Besides C.J. Stroud, who has really come out of there, C.J. Stroud ain't looking like that right now.
Yeah.
We are not quarterback you. We have weapons everywhere else. All we need is a guy that's serviceable, and you will ball. Kyle McCord, bro.
Yeah.
Will Howard.
Yeah. You right.
Julian is a little bit better than them, in my personal opinion.
I think he way better than them. So,
yeah. Like, this is wild to me. Even if they get off to a slow start, like, it's wild. But take the upset if you want to. Again, like it's okay. Some people's parents are related. That's life, bro. Mine are. So I can't rock with that.
Gotcha. All right, y'all. We got Tennessee 7.5-point favorite at Mississippi State, over under 63.5. You got anything on this one?
Tennessee, man, they beat up on teams that are lesser than. It is what it is, bro. You saw that last week. They covered it. They cover these wild ass spreads. If you are not a top 15 team, they are going they are going to dog walk you. They're going to showboat on you. They're going to flex on you. They're going to put up damn near 100 points. It's so weird to me. I don't understand it, but then when they get into it with real teams, they just can't get that big win. Tennessee covers this spread, in my opinion, probably easily.
Yeah, Mississippi State, on film, they just don't impress. I was surprised when they beat Arizona State, and they did, and so I'm like, okay, maybe I underrated them, but they just don't impress me. The receivers, I think, are average. They do got a couple good running backs I do like, but just as a whole, they didn't impress. Honestly, I got some more CEO notes, y'all. They was playing Northern Illinois. It was actually 14-10 at halftime versus Northern Illinois. And Northern Illinois is not that. Also, too, at halftime, Northern Illinois was averaging 6 yards per play.
Shit.
They was averaging 6 yards per play against Mississippi State defense. Did you just see what Tennessee did to Georgia defense?
Yeah.
If you're going to allow Northern Illinois, if Tennessee's 8, Northern Illinois is a 2. So if you're going to allow Northern Illinois to average 6 yards per play against you, you know where you stop at Tennessee. One thing I did see, Mississippi State O-line struggles versus the blitz. Up the middle, they do play deep quarters back, so they're going to do what Georgia did. They're going to go back, say, hey, don't beat us deep. But I think Tennessee just going to dink and duck underneath all the way up and down the field. So
they still going to beat them deep. We saw Georgia. They were playing, what is that, cover 3. Running back, had people in position, and he was still grabbing it on their necks.
Yeah.
Bro, certain things you can't stop, dog. Like, I'm with you. I was letting you cut the wrestling promo. That's why I was over here like, yeah. Dang. Like,
yeah.
It is what it Tennessee beating the shit out of these dudes.
Yeah.
Next.
All right.
Next.
All right, this is the team we were just talking about. Alabama at Georgia minus 2.5, over under 53.5.
Alabama owns Georgia. No.
They have.
No. Nick Saban owns Georgia.
Preach.
There's a whole new coach over there, bro. There's a whole new coach over there. And I'm sorry, bro. If I got to pick between these two coaches, I'm taking Kirby Smart every time.
To the bank.
I think this might be the game that gets DeBoer fired. Bro. No, it won't get him fired because I think he can still make the playoff.
Yeah.
But I think Alabama fans are going to be pissed because I don't think he has the roster. I don't think he has the scheme. I don't think he has the willpower to beat Georgia. And I don't like Georgia. As an Ohio State guy, I can't stand Georgia. I want to see him lose. This ain't a team that can beat them. Georgia will have to come out there and beat themselves. But with that being said, against Tennessee, we saw Georgia try to beat themselves.
Yeah.
And then the coaches pulled them aside like, "No, we ain't going for this shit."
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna turn this all the way around. They did not only catch them, they caught them and laughed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people are like, "Oh, it's a missed field." They shouldn't even have been that close.
Mm-hmm.
They started off like that game was getting ugly for a minute.
Yeah.
Adjustments, bro.
Looking like a blowout.
Like, and they was even when it got closer, they was still giving up deep balls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I'm talking about like it wasn't like busted coverage. It was people in place just getting dog walked.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia ain't losing this game, bro. At Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe in Alabama quarterback. I got Georgia, bro. I'll take -2.5 with this one.
Yeah, we'll have this game a little bit later, y'all. Bama actually only scored 3 points almost like in the second half versus Wisconsin, and I was surprised with that. Like, they kind of got up 28-7 against Wisconsin, like 13 minutes left in the third. I think it was 11 minutes left in the third, 35-7, which we know Wisconsin sucked, but just about the whole second half, then they scored 3 points versus Wisconsin defense. So I don't like that. But what I don't understand is they just got beat to sleep by Florida State.
Yeah.
What have they done to change your mind about Alabama since Florida State? Who have they beat?
Nothing. Nobody.
The Barrow. So you're trying to tell me they got dog walked by Florida State and they beat two ranked 175 teams and they good now? I just don't understand that. And also, too, on top of that, you about to play the same team. You about to play a team with a mobile quarterback and a good running game. The same thing Florida State beat you with. So you about to play Florida State again, and now I'm with you on that, man. I don't know where the love coming from with Bama. I don't know why this spread -2.5. I think it's -2.5 because Georgia defense kind of was subpar against Tennessee. But what I do like, and my boy Rowe, shout out to my boy Rowe, he talk about it all the time, halftime adjustments. From halftime on in the Tennessee game, Georgia won 34-17. There you go. Kirby Smart figured out, y'all doing this? Let me make a little bit of adjustment. So as good as we talk about Tennessee is, Georgia beat Tennessee in the second half, 34-17, bro.
There's one other thing I want to put out there about this about Alabama beating Wisconsin. This ain't the Wisconsin that you're used to seeing, man. This is not the Wisconsin that was in the Big Ten, like a contender or anything like that. Wisconsin is probably might go 6-6 if they're lucky. This is that is not an impressive win at all.
No, so that's what I was saying.
I agree with
you. Yeah, how you only scored 3 points in the second half versus Wisconsin? And believe me, listen, first thing you think, they just let up and put the backups in. The starters were still in there, and they weren't moving the ball. So even if, like you said, Alabama jump up quick, whatever, Kirby gonna make that adjustment, and this is gonna be over. So we're gonna have some of this, y'all, later in the show. Just wanted to give y'all some more CEO notes so y'all can see how we look at games and how you take teams versus teams and teams versus other teams. You put it all up in the blender and you come up with the final answer. So far this year, our final answer has been pretty fire. So hopefully, y'all, we know it's sports betting and we can come down and tumble at any time. Me and him so cocky, we believe it's not gonna happen, and it can. But right now, we're gonna celebrate what we've been doing. We're gonna follow our terms of success and what we're doing in the past shows, and hopefully that goes with future success.
Celebrate the wins. We always gonna celebrate the wins because, like he said, we can go on a cold streak. We just haven't yet. So until then, shut up and follow.
Yes. All right. We got the game of the week. Oregon at Penn State. Penn State -3.5, over under 52.5. Let me go first on this one, Jay. I'm gonna just let y'all know I ain't got nothing in this game. Oregon ain't played nobody. Penn State ain't played nobody. If I was a blind bet it, I'm gonna take Oregon because I'm a Faye Franklin. But Jay got some more on it. Go.
Man, I'm gonna put it to you just this simple. Penn State has the better team, in my personal opinion. Better roster. They're suited to win. But I'd be a fool to bet on James Franklin. He fails year after year after year after year. Yeah. And right now, you are even Vegas is betting on a failure. He is a failure when it comes to these games.
Yeah.
And I would rather put my money on Oregon and say, like, damn, James Franklin came through.
Agreed.
Rather than be like, walk out and like,
Again.
man, I knew this was going. No,
Yeah.
I got Oregon.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, Lone Ranger on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to follow, you can. I'm going Oregon because I don't believe in Franklin, but Franklin has a better team, better quarterback, better running back, better wide receivers, better defense at home in a whiteout, and I still don't think that fool can get it done.
Yeah. We got Jay's best bet, Oregon plus 3.5. Just a couple quick notes, CEO notes on this one. I'm hearing, just like I said, I heard Underwood was going to get let loose. He did. I am hearing that Penn State actually didn't show anything in the first 3 games. They saving it for this game. So that's one note on that side. Another note that kind of goes a little bit in Penn State favor is that Oregon QB Moore actually about to be his first big road test. He struggled at UCLA. That's why he ended up leaving UCLA. He struggled at UCLA when he had a big road test like this. So that leans Penn State. But at the end of the day, 2 words for y'all, and we're going to move forward. James Franklin. Let's go. Jay, Art Parlay, what you got, bro?
I'm going to take TCU plus 3.5. I really believe they're going to be money line. I want to take Oregon money line, but I'm trying not to be greedy. And there was one thing I wanted to piggyback off of what he said about Oregon and Penn State. Mm-hmm. And this is the thing that's so crazy to me about Penn State. In a big game like this, mm-hmm. why would you let it be under the lights? Because Oregon flying across country, I would want that game at noon.
Yeah.
It would be 9 a.m. out there.
Agreed.
Make them have to get ready quick. They played games at 5 p.m. before. You let them get out here, get adjusted, everything. Mm-hmm. That's stupid. Agreed. All of this is setting up for a stupid loss for them. And my last leg is BYU money line because everybody knows Primetime is my favorite NFL football player of all time. So I blindly follow him.
Yeah.
They're not good. The Houston game made me wake up and realize, like, hey, bro, they got problems. This is what do you call it? They just got somebody in there right now. This is not the team they want. Yeah. That's what they're doing, and I don't think they can compete. I think BYU is actually a team that can compete to get to the playoffs. They are tough, and I think they come in, and I think they actually stomp out Colorado. So this is something simple. You got a game on Friday. You got Oregon game, 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. Mm-hmm. After that, you got BYU late at night. You can cash out at any time. Mm-hmm. Easy money. I'll see you at the counter.
One thing I don't know if I agree with, and that's a whole nother day. BYU, I don't know if they're a playoff contender, but that's a whole other subject. All right, I got my Art Parlay up next. We got Florida State money line. We talked about that. TCU, we giving them 7. They got 2. We got a whole touchdown. Ole Miss, I don't trust Kiffin, and it's crazy because I made a champ bet. Oh, champ chain bet with Lane Kiffin, which is crazy. I'm gonna probably hate it Saturday night, but I'm gonna give them 3.5. I do think they cover that.
They play at 2:30. They play at 2:30. They're not at night.
No, I say at night when the game's over. I'll probably be upset. That's what I'm saying. Damn. But I'm giving them 3.5 on your Art Parlay. Indiana money line. I do think they get the victory, even if they do cover. On the backside, I do think Indiana win that game. Ohio State, we just talked about that. Tennessee, we talked about that, and we talked about Georgia. So let's move on. We actually agree on these. CEO J moneyline parlay. We like FSU. We like Ohio State. We like Tennessee, and we like Georgia. We just talked about it. We gave y'all all the news and notes on that.
Hey, this is the one right here. Yeah. This is the one right here, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I love everything on there.
Yeah. And that's the one y'all can kind of still let ride.
With your alternate parlay, the only one that I don't like, I think you should have gave Ole Miss some more points. But, again, I'm not criticizing.
Of course.
I see where you at.
Gotcha. All right. And then we got we had a best bet. I don't even know. There we go. I almost lost it, y'all. I almost lost it. I'm producing and I'm talking at the same time. So y'all know that's gangster. You know that's gangster when you can produce and you can talk on the show at the same time. But we got our best bet is Georgia -2.5. I don't know why my glasses is kind of getting wet. I think it's because it's on top of my head and I'm sweating. But we got CEO Jay best bet Georgia -2.5. We talked about that in length. What you got, bro?
Nothing, man. Great show as always, man. Listen, me and him disagree. When we agree, we pretty good, bro. Now, actually, we're not pretty good. We're excellent. Like that one, the parlay where we both agree. You really need to go put some money down or take one off if you don't like one of those teams. I get it. The goal out here is to make plus money at the end of the day. Rather you betting $2 or you betting $200.
Yeah,
it's plus money. That Georgia one, that's dead. There's no lock in sports betting.
Not at all.
At Georgia, you see the passion we talking. We both agree on it. Now, LSU Ole Miss, we don't see eye to eye. But I guarantee you this: that it's going to be a close game. Nobody's team is going to get blown out.
Yeah,
this is what we do, man. Come over to Beats, Rhymes, and Parlay. I don't even want to talk like I'm sunning people like, hey, listen, shut up and listen. Da, da, da. We're trying to build a community. If you got parlays, you want to share them with us. We just trying to help everybody get money. Let's beat Vegas. That's all right. We all got a common enemy. It's Vegas. We out here trying to get this bread. Fuck with us, we fuck with you, and you know what I'm saying. As we evolve, we want to evolve together, bro. And also check me out. I got a UFC show. I'm pretty good at shit. I might be better at UFC than I am college football.
Yeah, man.
So,
he the truth.
Fuck
with
with
the knockouts, man. This dude be knockouts like crazy.
As you can tell, I like violent sports. That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
But all love. Follow me on TikTok at JBay's World, or you can find me at type in J. I usually pop up. Follow Beats, Rhymes, and Parlays on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We're starting Facebook, and check out our Discord coming soon.
Definitely, and like I always say, Mr. CEO, please respect the name. And we them get money, boys. I like that. I like, yeah, buddy. Yeah. Let's go. We out.
Boys.
We out here. Peace.